right, my brother. Man, I got to tell you, if the inactive Jalen Wright and then Todd Washington, if that wasn't a sign of what you were going to see, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? Because unless Jalen Wright is getting traded, you did not
No, I knew I was talking with Chris Perkins while this game was going on, sitting next to him in the press box, like, man, this is what Big O was going to be most mad about. And I didn't know it was going to come as a first question. But, hey, no, I mean, with good reason, because if Ollie Gordon, obviously he gets hurt in the game, and then if you have one running back and if you wanted to spell him, you had to go to, like, I don't know, it would have been Malik Washington or someone to be your second running back. That would have been a horrible mismanagement. So, now at that point, then, like, you got to throw to get back into it. So, it's not like you were taxing Devon Achane extra hard down the stretch in that game. But boy, that was. That finally came back to bite them after they've been playing with fire with that for a few times now, going in with two running backs, and then now Ollie Gordon does get hurt in this game, and then you were in a bad spot there where Achane was your one healthy, active running back. So, I mean, inexcusable now once it does come about for that to go down that way.
I mean, where does that make any sense anyway? In a game like this on a short week, why do you want to overload Achane anyway, dude? That's why you have a third back on when you're playing 4 days apart. I want to now give Ollie and Jay a little bit more power, a little more juice in this game.
And here's the other thing is that you're running both of them out there. A lot of times they're both on the field. It's not like it's okay. It's all like Achane this game, and then Ollie Gordon will just come in if needed, or he spells him here and there, or it's only Gordon if Achane goes down. And no, it's you're using both of them on a lot of plays. They are both out there on the field together. So the injury risk is high at that point when both of them are playing the snaps that they're getting.
Yeah, and the poor kid, that was a bullshit call.
Absolutely.
Horse shit call, dude. Like, come on, dude. Like, that was not the penalty. I felt horrible for the kid. And, again, I'd love for this to be a really close and a really good game and then say that call right there changed the game and all that. But because that entire first half, all the screw ups everywhere, left and right, everybody that had a chance to make a play failed to make a play, dude.
Yeah. They were. I actually, I didn't even look at the halftime stats, but now I did post game, and the Dolphins had outgained the Ravens by double. So those miscues aside, they were kind of dominating the first half, and then it's a turnover with a fumble from in close to allow the Ravens to score an easy touchdown, having the miscue of two defenders running into each other. So the 4th and 1 where you have a false start and you get backed up, settle for a field goal that you miss.
Phillips again has a chance for a big sack and a big
Jalen
Phillips dog. Achane drops a big pass. He also
4th and 2 call to Achane on a fade route to with Kyle Hamilton covering him.
That was a great call. That was a perfect throw. Achane screwed up, bro. I'll take Achane over Hamilton in a race to the corner. He'll beat him, and Tua will lead him into it. I don't have a problem with the call, and I don't like McDaniel, but I don't have a problem with the call or the throw. Achane screwed it up. Unfortunately, the kid is phenomenal, but today he had 2 brain farts.
I feel like there's not enough space for him to go out race him. It's kind of where'd they run that play from? What yard line? Well, I gotta go
from the inside to the out, bro. From the inside to the out, that's 15, 18, 20 yards that they were running. And
but I don't think Achane's I mean, yes, he's obviously blazing fast, but I don't think he's going to create that much separation in that short of a space to warrant throwing it with an 8-inch disadvantage against Kyle Hamilton.
All he needs to do is get in front of him, and that's it. Once he'll lay it right in front of him. That's it. You body the defender. He has no chance, or he interferes. One of the two. You didn't have to do a fade. He would have zipped past him, and you would have dropped it right over him. That was the play right there, except he did not read it right. I blame Achan completely on that one. He brain farted, bro. To me, out of all the guys that can make mistakes, I'm good, bro. He does more than enough. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Even the deep ball.
Yeah.
The throw was perfect. Today, by the way, as I've said, there's no blame on Tua, bro. Tua, man, 95% of the throws you needed. If everybody else actually catches the balls and makes the plays and all that, I don't blame the quarterback today, dude. I really don't blame the quarterback today.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the first half was enough. Like I said, they outgained them by twice as much. It's those costly miscues that they would have kept that drive going with the missed field goal if they don't commit the false start. Taj Washington, first career catch, and he fumbles it and gives the Ravens, basically gift wraps them a touchdown.
Bro. Tanner Connor's got to run that route more straight and then go to the sideline. That's what that throw is. It's more like of a bow out, except he went directly like this. He rounded the route, and then he doesn't know where his feet is. He doesn't keep it in bound. The kicker misses a field goal. The Washington fumble. Phillips with the sack. The bad penalty on Ollie. Achan running the wrong route. Akini drops the ball. There was so many that people screwed up in this game. Like so many.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what happens when now you are relying on going to a Taj Washington, when you have to go to a Tanner Connor, and you are on. I mean, Larry Borum has been the starter from every game but one this year, but when you do go down to that level, and this roster is, I mean, for one, just didn't have much past the top level talent that it had, and then Tyreek Hill goes down. You have Darren Waller, but then he goes, and then now you're really feeling the effects of all of it when you have to rely on different guys who are making. Taj Washington, that's his first time ever touching the ball from scrimmage in a regular season football game, and he got a humbling, a warm welcome into what it's like getting tackled by an NFL player and how they can rip the ball out.
But dude, who do you blame for that? Like, why would you put Washington in that position? And what would make you think that going into this game you would go with two running backs? Like, I don't. He always gets cute. That is McDaniel's thing. He gets cute. He overthinks everything. You saw what worked last week, and you went away from it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's what we thought would happen in the second half last week, and then lots of people said, "Okay, well then he'll do it now this week." And
yeah, no, right, yeah, I'm totally with you. I mean, if you simply go with Jalen Wright active, and Taj Washington inactive, then that Taj Washington fumble doesn't happen, and then you're probably going in with more of an outlook to run the football, pound it like we saw that was effective against Atlanta. They went right back away from it. I'm with you.
So it's amazing. Okay, so what everybody wants to know: why is this man still employed? Like, how was this press conference? Talk to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely asked him about what fans are feeling right now. The broadcast showed all these fans with bags over their head. I didn't want to go with the same question about job security. He's answered it like 3 times, and he's answered it the same way. So, we know his response to that question, and it's already come up a bunch. But, yeah, I mean, he said he's taking this one on the chin like those fans, and that frankly, this team is not giving the fans anything to cheer about. So he understands it, said it sucks, said that this sucks. So, yeah, and as far as, I mean, this is on Stephen Ross. I don't think he's going to, well, I don't want to say it because now this is coming off now a short week. This would be the time to make a move. I feel like it felt like Mike McDaniel relieved himself of a lot of pressure with the 34-10 win, but then you knew if it went right back to a multi-touchdown loss, now that's looking more like an anomaly, and this team is looking more like this is what's consistent. It's the loss against Cleveland. Is this happening by 3 scores. So the win against the Falcons now looks a lot more like an anomaly, a one-off instance, and this is honestly at 2-7 what the Dolphins are. So it's within the realm of possibility, but we've felt like Ross would do this earlier, and he hasn't. So I don't know if he will, but no, definitely. Wake up tomorrow, just on pins and needles, in case that news does drop.
Don't forget, folks, to smash the hell out of the like button. We'd appreciate that. That gets the algorithms going. What's it called? Have you guys collectively approached the media relations and say, hey, when is Stephen Ross going to talk? When is he going to address anything? I would imagine this has happened, right? That you guys must be asking, because I know that he only talks normally. Whenever he would, it would be in the off season at an owners meeting or something like that. But he has avoided the media for 3 years now, right? I think it is. So
Yes, yeah,
what's
more, yeah, more than
what's
that now.
yeah, what's the deal with you guys and Ross? And because really everybody else is just a stooge right now. They can't answer anything. They have no power. They're nothing. The only guy people want to hear from is the owner, because everyone else is just a pawn in this whole thing.
Yeah, no, we've definitely put in requests as an entire media contingent to get to speak with Stephen Ross. I believe it's the understanding that it's a running request that whenever we can, we would love to speak to the owner. But I know it used to be that Ross would always speak at owners' meetings in the off season, and then that hasn't been the case since I've been on the beat. So the only time that he has ever spoken to reporters outside of a preseason team telecast in the booth was the morning that Brian Flores was fired over a Zoom, where he was at the team facility and explained that communication and collaboration was the key element in why the team moved away from Flores. So outside of maybe a statement when Mike McDaniel was hired, a statement grabbing the microphone at Dolphins Cancer Challenge. I'm really listing just all the instances, and it's few of them where we've actually heard his voice.
It's disgraceful. It's disgraceful because he asks season ticket holders of money. He asks for fans of money. They're paying parking. They're paying everything. Suite holders are paying a lot of money. He doesn't address a damn thing. It's been going on now for years, and he doesn't address his responsibility because nobody else has any credibility in the building right now. Nobody can talk about the Dolphins because everyone's on the firing line. And the only person that could answer to the public and the only person that can address the media where at least people can get some kind of answers is the owner. And the owner casually hides behind everything and asks you to renew all your season tickets and pay for this and pay for that. And he doesn't he doesn't even come out to apologize. That's how disgraceful Stephen Ross is. He doesn't even come out to have a mea culpa type of press conference at least once a year to say, I have failed as an owner. Don't look at McDaniel. Don't look at Greer. Don't look at the players. I have failed them or something. And he does nothing, dude. Like, Viola is not disappearing from anywhere. Even Mickey Harrison, the family, they're not disappearing from anywhere. They're front and center. The Moss family is front and center, and they have controversies go on all the time with their franchise. And by the way, shortcomings. Okay, because right now that's been a disaster. They might be making some money, but they haven't accomplished anything on the pitch yet. And Jorge Mas is front and center addressing stuff always. So, it's pretty disgraceful that the owner asks of everything from everybody and he provides nothing.
No, you're right. You're right. And then all that happens is an F1 racetrack is built, and it takes away fans' parkings. Where I had someone messaging me today who hadn't been to a Dolphins game in a while, and is saying, "Bro, do you know how I can get to the stadium without paying like triple digit just to park there?" And I'm there like, well, I know they have some park and ride options, things like that, but yeah, this is a byproduct of they took away a lot of that parking for so that the F1 race can be, so that tennis can be hosted here, and incredible job that the Dolphins have done with all those things. But at the heart of what they do is this football operation, and then it's always like pay more as fans for now less. So parking is taken away. Ticket prices only increase. Concessions, obviously, always. So it's a huge investment for these fans to just come out to the game. By the way, a genius move, masterclass to for the organization to go send out season ticket renewals, hold a week after the Browns game, send it out after 34-10 against the Falcons, and then 4 days later, you have this. They squeeze a lot of renewals right in that nice sweet spot right after the win against the Falcons before we see another disaster like this.
Sucker more people into seeing another shit product that they put out every single year that never wins anything, because they never win anything decade in and decade out. And they got a coward owner, an absolute coward who hides and does not address the media and the fans. Stephen Ross, you are a coward, an absolute coward. Seriously, you don't deserve this franchise. You don't deserve this fan base, dude. You're a disgrace. You're a coward, which is maybe that's why your team's a coward, because the owner's a coward. All right, what do you got going on in the Sentinel, my brother? Because I know you're not going to do that.
No, I was going to say, add on to that. Maybe the only other way would be is if, and we've talked about this as a media contingent, is if Tom Garfinkel could step up as his right hand man and speak.
Tom Garfinkel is part of the money grab. He's part of building that whole thing out there and making it the F1 track and the tennis and all that, and making it more expensive for people. He's just a business dude. He has nothing to do with football. I don't want to hear from him. He brings nothing to the table with football. He's just another pawn. We need to hear from Stephen Ross.
But if the Dolphins don't, if from the Dolphins' perspective, it's to just not put Ross out there for whatever reason, is at least if it's someone who has his ear, who is that tight to him to maybe get his perspective, then that would be helpful, at least if they're not going to bring Stephen Ross.
No, it's not helpful because it means nothing. They're only.
You're saying it would just be the PR spin. It would just be the total PR spin.
They make no decisions. Tom Garfinkel makes no decisions. So he makes business decisions. He doesn't make football decisions. Okay? If he's the team president, general manager, if he's in charge of hiring, firing, then okay, bring him on. But he's not. It's Stephen Ross. And that's where we get the letters and the statements from. It's from Stephen Ross, not from Tom Garfinkel. We get them from Stephen Ross. So to me, that coward needs to talk. And maybe because he has no balls, that's why his team has no balls. All right. Follow him on Twitter at David Furones _ and catch his work there at the South Florida Sentinel. He'll be covering that cowardly ass team every day called the Miami Dolphins. David.
It's my job.
I know. It's your job. Hang in there, my brother. Hang in there. All right. Welt Rheaume. We got to tell you about Daniel and Jeff. They are bookend tackles. They are clutch. They got balls. Stephen Ross has no balls, but Jeff Welt and Daniel Rheaume, I saw him crush Progressive Insurance. See? You know what I'm saying? Stephen Ross couldn't crush a grape. That's the problem there. But if you're dealing with bankruptcy, homeowner property damage, condo damage, criminal defense, business owner claims, commercial litigation, personal injury, please call my guys. They're in Hollywood. A lot of our listeners all over the state use them, okay? So not only in South Florida, 954-966-4646. And remember, if your business or home suffers any kind of damage, never call the insurance company. I mean, never. You call Welt Rheaume first. They send their adjusters, so they assess the problem on your behalf. That's what it's all about. And then they attack the insurance company. You never deal with the insurance company. It's a beautiful thing. You only pick up a check at the office. 954-966-4646.
This is the